Hello, Barnes & Noble readers. It's Christy Mandin, author and illustrator of a book you may know called Millie Fleur's Poison Garden. And I have good news. Millie Fleur is back for another adventure. This time, she has to convince the people of Garden Glen that the dark isn't scary. The dark's her friend. She's not afraid of the dark. In fact, she thinks the dark is pretty amazing. Why don't we read it and see what happens? Millie Fleur saves the night. Garden Glen was afraid of the dark. Every evening, when the sun dipped below the horizon, the townspeople raced home and switched on their lights. Spotlights shone on prize-winning gardens. Lanterns lit the pathways. Every house and yard in Garden Glen was as bright as the midday sun. Every house except Millie Fleur LaFay's, of course. At the bottom of a scruffy hill at the edge of town, a lone street lamp glowed outside Millie Fleur's garden gate. To the people of Garden Glen, Millie Fleur's house was terribly dark and mysterious. But to Millie Fleur, it wasn't dark enough. Since she moved to town, Millie Fleur hadn't seen a single night creature. Her moon garden struggled to grow. "I have an idea," her mom said. After they took care of the street lamp, Millie Fleur waited for the return of the dark and her other nighttime friends. But Garden Glen's Lantern Committee was not happy about Millie Fleur's unlit house. "It's dangerous," warned the mayor. "It's scary," said the city planner. "Who knows what the dark will bring with it," said the lantern keeper. "But the dark isn't scary," Millie Fleur assured them. "You just need to get to know her." Millie Fleur couldn't bear the thought of her friend feeling unwelcome, so she got to work on a new plan. Moon pies in hand, Millie Fleur marched right up to the edge of the deep, dark woods. "You are always welcome in my garden," she whispered gently to the dark. With Millie Fleur and the dark leading the way, the creatures of the night set off for Millie Fleur's garden. In the garden, a spider quietly spun her silk, while bats fluttered and flapped on the breeze. The crickets and the katydids played their gentle chorus, while the dark told tales of the night. Millie Fleur's moon garden sprang to life all around them. The sweet smell of Millie Fleur's moonflowers, snoozing sugar plums, and twilight tulips drifted across the glen, enchanting her neighbors. Lanterns in hand, they followed the scent to Millie Fleur's house. As the light from the lanterns came closer, the dark and all her friends hid away. "I'll take care of you," Millie Fleur promised. Millie Fleur's neighbors were eager to see the perfumed plants growing in her garden. "Behind my gates lies a world you've been missing, but you'll have to put out your lanterns to see it," Millie Fleur told them. "You'll have to be brave." They were nervous to leave their lanterns behind. Their imaginations ran wild. What might happen if they met the dark? But the delightful smell coming from the moon garden was irresistible. Gathering all their courage, they put out their lanterns and waited. "It's okay to come out now," Millie Fleur whispered. Under the safety of the dark, mushrooms lit the path to Millie Fleur's moon garden. Glowworms hung in luminous strands from the trees. Fireflies blinked happily. Millie Fleur's garden sparkled. "Caution, sleepwalking turnips. 40 winks fern. Snoozing sugar plums." The kids were a bit shy around the dark at first, but the more they got to know her, the more they realized there were things the dark could share that couldn't be found in the light. One by one, the lights around Garden Glen began to go out. Moon gardens sprang up all over town. Ghostly gardenia, twilight tulips. The creatures of the night made themselves at home. And from that day on, Garden Glen was a friend of the dark. Millie Fleur had saved the night. In the back, you can learn about some cool night creatures and cool living bioluminescent things in the forest that live near me, blue ghosts and foxfire.